Avengers Endgame was amazing. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, so make sure you go watch that as soon as possible. I know tickets were sold out. Fortunately for me, we got them on time and had a great time. Just 10 years of our livelihoods. It was just a great movie to watch. You kind of just had to soak it all up. The legends, the iconic figures, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. It was just really good. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but what a great movie. What a great movie. But this show is all about talking about the top 6 NBA free agents in the 2019 class. So let's get to it. At number 6, I have Jimmy Butler. Jimmy gets some buckets right now playing with the Sixers. It's really going to depend on what they do against the Toronto Raptors in the playoffs. If the Sixers lose, which I think they will, because overall the Raptors have a better team, in my opinion. If that indeed does happen, I still believe that Jimmy should stay in Philadelphia. But you never know with this man. He's the same guy that has had issues with the Bulls, with the T-Wolves. And if they do lose, I can see him kind of going at Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and then things just, boom, destroying themselves from there. So I would still go Philadelphia 76ers as his number 1 spot. As his number 2 spot, the obvious is the New York Knicks. He has been very open about going to a big market. What does that really mean? Does he want to win games, or does he want to grow his brand? He does have his YouTube channel, and that may be something that he thinks long term, which I think is going very well for him right now. What does he do? Does he go to Brooklyn? I love the Nets a lot more than the Knicks. That situation is great. He would fit there stylistically. Would he fit there from a personality standpoint? I don't know. I don't think so, but you never know. Again, he is a different type of animal, all in all, when you talk about Jimmy Butler. So those would be my 3 options: Philadelphia, the Nets, and then the Knicks. At number 5, I have Kemba Walker. Now, if I'm Kemba Walker, I would go to the Indiana Pacers. That team is very talented, well coached by Nate McMillan. You combine a Kemba Walker with a healthy Victor Oladipo, with what they already have, Miles Turner and them boys. Don't know if they'll keep Sabonis since he is a restricted free agent. Don't know if they'll keep Bojan Bogdanovic. He is unrestricted. So they have some pieces that they have to take care of. Thaddeus Young is also a free agent, I believe. Tyreek Evans a free agent. Is it a team option? I'm not sure about that one. But they have some decisions to make. Would it fit stylistically? I believe so. Would it fit from a personality standpoint, from a team chemistry standpoint? I believe so. Victor Oladipo, very good leader, very easy to get along with. Kemba Walker and Oladipo would be insane to watch together. I would love that. That would be my number 1 preferred spot, the one that makes the most sense. Number 2 would be Dallas. You put Kemba Walker with Luka Doncic. You put him with Kristaps Porzingis, and you have a very, very talented trio. A trio that can potentially make noise in the Western Conference right away. Why? Because I don't think Kevin Durant will stay with Golden State, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So Dallas Mavericks makes sense. They have a great coach in place, long-term vision right there, very good owner in Mark Cuban. Are they going to go after him? They will. He will be a priority right on July 1st. He will be their main priority. Will Kemba Walker choose them? That's the real question. And number 3, I just feel like he should stay home. He was drafted by the Hornets. They believed in him. He has a good thing going there. They fell short of the playoffs this season. They should have made the playoffs. I would have enjoyed watching Kemba Walker do some thing against Giannis and them boys. But it happened the way it did. They have some young talent in Charlotte. Should he stay and just get paid the 5 years super max? I would. But at the same time, if you want to win games and you want to be more of a contender from that standpoint, then I would go to Indiana. You're still staying in the East. Some things may shuffle with Kawhi Leonard heading to the West, and we'll also get to that a little bit later, but that would make more sense. You're going to get one less year from the Pacers if that would happen, theoretically. But do you value winning? And that's what really that's what it comes down to. Leo, have you seen Endgame? I watched it last night, bro. That was just a great movie, man. I highly recommend it. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you, bro. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. So that was number 5. At number 4, I got Klay Thompson. The obvious thing to say is he's gonna stay in Golden State. He loves that team. He loves playing with Steph Curry and Draymond Green. I don't think KD will stay, so more shots will come to him next season. The second destination would be the Los Angeles Lakers. Him and LeBron would do damage. He has his Laker roots with his father playing in that organization a long time ago, and it would make sense for the Klay Thompson brand. He does have a long-term deal with Anta Sneakers, and I do believe that his brand would grow if he would head to the Los Angeles Lakers. The third option to me would be the Brooklyn Nets. Again, the Brooklyn Nets to me is a destination because of what they have done. They have a great 3-guard lineup. If you add a Klay Thompson with already a Joe Harris there, that's going to be a mean team. And a sneaker team, or not a sneaker team, but a dark horse team would be the Sacramento Kings. Another great situation, a young team where he can just go in there, play his game, average 25 points a game. He would be a great fit with the Sacramento Kings, and they would go small, obviously having a 3-guard lineup with Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, Klay Thompson, and I would put Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley. That would be a magnificent lineup defensively. They would be very good. Klay Thompson, one of the best defenders in the game. So put the Kings in that destination. It's still close to the Bay Area. You're only an hour and a half away, man. So that would make a lot of sense in my opinion. Now, who am I at number 6, 5, 4? I'm at number 3. At number 3, we're going Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving to me is going to the Knicks. It's guaranteed. I have no doubts in my mind. He's not going to stay in Boston. They're not going to beat the Bucks. And if they somehow beat the Bucks, they're not going to beat the Raptors. So it's either finals or bust for Kyrie, and Kyrie will be in New York. He's going back home. It just makes sense going to the Garden, playing in that type of arena. It screams Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie Irving to the Knicks would be the number 1 landing spot. Number 2 would be not the Lakers. So the Laker fans that watch this, I don't think he's going there. Honestly, I just see him going to the Knicks. Any other destination to me doesn't make sense from a Kyrie Irving standpoint, from a brand standpoint. So I'm going to cut this one short, and I'm going to say it's the Knicks or bust. He's not going anywhere but the New York Knicks. And at number 2, I got Kevin Durant. My number 1 free agent is Kawhi Leonard, but Kevin Durant, I believe, will also go to New York. Now, I don't know if it'll be the Knicks. To me, it makes more sense to go to the Nets because that's more of a team where the media and the fans won't get on you as much. When you go to the Knicks, there is a different type of pressure. It is showtime in there, and I don't know if Durant would be able to handle it. Actually, I do know he won't be able to handle it because if he can't handle it in the Bay and he has to do all these type of things and be in the news for the wrong things, he's not going to be able to handle it in New York City. Now, if you go to Brooklyn, it's a little bit less. You're still going to have some strong media members that will criticize you, but it is a little bit different. He moved his media company already to New York, so it makes a lot of sense for him to go. So those are my top 2 destinations: the Knicks and the Nets. More so the Nets first, then the Knicks. And then the third option would be staying in Golden State, but I don't think he's going to stay there because he has too much to lose in terms of his legacy. He already won 2 championships, possibly 3 this year if they take care of business, which they should win tonight against the Clippers. And then they should beat the Rockets, which I hope the Rockets beat them, even though I really don't like the Rockets and their style of play. Either way, I hope Damian Lillard beats all of them in the conference finals. But will he stay? Actually, my fourth dark horse would be the Clippers. I can see a Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant in Los Angeles. That would be lots of fun. It would make things very interesting. Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, the Clippers as my dark horse team. And number one, I have Kawhi Leonard going to the LA Clippers. That team is very good. They're giving the Warriors a run for their money. They're making life very difficult on Golden State. That team is set. They have money. They have the right leadership, the right front office, the right coach. It just makes sense. Now, my counter to that is if the Raptors do make the finals and they beat the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals, then I can see him staying in Toronto. And if I was him, from a loyalty standpoint, I would stay in Toronto, but loyalty is thrown out the window in the NBA as it is. We all know that. And I don't blame the players. I don't blame the teams. It's a business. It happens that way. So that's how I would have it. I would have the Clippers and the Raptors. But if it was up to me, if I was Kawhi, I would stay in Toronto. But I think he's going to end up being a Clipper. And if not, the second destination would be the the Raptors in the third destination. Again, I'm going to go the Nets and I'm going to go the Kings as a dark horse. It just makes sense to go to a team who is up and coming, who has young stars on that team. Kawhi Leonard to any of those two teams would make these teams playoff and even contenders right away in the respective conferences. So those are my top 6 players in the 2019 class. I will break down the next 6 in a few days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I am dealing with the ankle injury. I got injured yesterday. If you guys follow me on Instagram at LBIS or even at Cowbell Kingdom or even at Basketball Zone Official, you guys will see that I really injured my ankle. I have my ankle action right now, elevated with a wrapped ice bag on my ankle. It's very painful, but I had to watch that Endgame movie yesterday. It was just really good. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Luke Walton's situation will affect the Kings in free agency? I don't think it will. I don't think it will. And again, to clarify on the whole Luke Walton thing, nobody knows anything. We only know what we know, which is what has been reported, which is what his attorney said, which is what the Kings have said. If someone says, "Oh, I know what's going to happen," they're lying to you. They're lying to you. Someone said it's crazy how when the player wants to leave a team, everyone sees it as a team bad person at times, but when there's agreed, yeah. So Fat Baller Benji, again, it's an NBA business. Again, I don't see the player being bad or the team being bad. It's a business. It's black and white. It's a business. To me, you have to be on that side of the argument to even make an argument, because if you take one side, then you got to give some due diligence to the other side, right? That's usually how it works. Fans will believe anything they see from any media source, credible or not. Agreed. I agree with that. Well, that's gonna do it, y'all. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the top 6 free agents in 2019. I will go 7 through 13 in the next couple of days. Maybe today, later, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I got to see who my other top 6 guys are. I appreciate you guys. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share with all your NBA fans. Follow me on Instagram again. Appreciate you guys. See you guys on the next one.